toll-free or 572-0215. Rev-Up St. Lucia, the alpha of radio.
Join Dr. Leonard Suraj on Rev-Up St. Lucia Tuesdays from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. for Doctor in the House. This 1-hour discussion call-in program delves into the science of various diseases, treatments and medical processes, and offers in-depth explanations to empower listeners and help ensure a better understanding of healthcare for all. So tune in on Tuesdays from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. for Doctor in the House with Dr. Leonard Suraj, only on Rev-Up St. Lucia. Doctor in the House brought to you the compliments of Laplace Salazar, Ultramart, Susie's Variety, and Tapia Hospital.
At Tapia Hospital, caring and competent obstetric consultants who will see you safely from prenatal care through delivery with a team of excellent pediatric and anesthetic support. Tapia Hospital, where the patient's safety comes first.
You are the guru of groceries. You have a heightened awareness for lower prices. You journey to find freshness and variety and quality brands, and you have an acquired taste for specialty items. You want to set a good example for your followers. And that's why your higher calling is Susie's Variety Store. 2 stores that beat the giants on pricing, variety, and quality. Susie's Variety, small store, big love. Located in Cantonment, Vieux Fort, and Bois d'Orange, Grosillier. Telephone 458-4161.
Looking for a one-stop shop for all your grocery and household needs? Look no further than Ultramart. We stock a variety of options from the world's leading brands, all at affordable prices. Whether you're looking for fresh produce, pantry staples, or household essentials, we've got you covered. And that's not all. Don't miss out on our ultra specials and promotions for a chance to win hundreds of dollars in vouchers, hampers, and special prizes. Visit any one of our 4 convenient locations today or check us out on our Facebook and Instagram page. Ultramart, your one-stop shop for all your grocery and household needs. Shop smart. Shop Ultramart.
It's delicious.
Laplace Salazar is the true home of quality meat and deli products, selected and priced to suit every palate and pocket. We sell all cuts of meat, poultry and fish, from tasty lamb necks and succulent pork chops to lean dolphin and juicy top round steaks. Our deli items include turkey, ham, bacon, pork sausages, meat patties, chicken nuggets, deli ham and eggs, so that breakfast or that party is a breeze. And for your added convenience, we sell restaurant essentials and grocery items. So where's your next meal coming from? Laplace Salazar, of course. Laplace Salazar, Castries, Groselay, Vieux Fort, and Soufrière.
It's delicious.
It's now time for Doctor in the House, live on Rev-Up St. Lucia 95.9 FM, hosted by Dr. Leonard Suraj. Dr. Suraj, a very good evening to you.
Good evening, Andre, and good evening, listeners and viewers and followers on this program. Once again, I'm here, Doctor in the House, today, Tuesday, as always, 16th of September 2025. And I have with me, I brought in a specialty which I have never brought in here before. Very important part of the medical specialties, and maybe one of the smallest area to work with, and that is ophthalmology, eyes. It's a big word, ophthalmology, but it means the diseases of the eye. And I have with me a doctor who has been working in St. Lucia for quite a number of years. He is an ophthalmologist, and his name is Dr. Font. He is a very pleasant gentleman, and today we will be discussing things about what is the role of an eye specialist, and more importantly, as we age, how does our eye becomes affected as we age and problem begin to arise. And so Dr. Font is with me, and we'll be chatting a bit about how to take care of your eye, what problem you have with your eyes, etc. So Dr. Font, welcome, and thank you for coming in to this program with me.
Good evening, Dr. Suraj. Good evening, every listener at that time there with us. It's a great pleasure for me to share this time with you. And I want
you.
to take the opportunity also to say thank you to San Lucia to have me as a adopted son.
Well, you're performing a fantastic role in St. Lucia. We don't have many eye specialists, and we need the expertise to develop our own country.
Thank you so much.
So I'm happy that you have been able to give us that service.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you again.
Right. So, an eye specialist, it's a specialist after you become a regular doctor.
Yes.
After you become a doctor in training, you can do you can specialize in eye medicine, or you can specialize in ENT or orthopedics, bones and joints, etc. So, but the important thing is that you have to be a doctor first.
Yes, yes.
After which you do another extensive training to be an eye specialist. So, tell me a little bit about what training. So when I look at you, I can say this is a man who had that level of training.
Okay, all right. How is the process? We are ophthalmologists. We are medical doctors.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we have to do first the basic training that, as you know, is 6 years. In more of the cases, between 5 to 6 years. After that, well, as you say before, I am from Cuba. In the training at that time, we had to be first a family member for 3 years.
Okay.
And then after that, after becoming family doctor, then we can start again to study ophthalmology. That is around 3 years more. And then after that, we can specialize in different parts of the eye by itself, you know. For example, there is a retina specialist, oculoplastic surgeon specialist, cataract surgeon specialist, cornea specialist, and low vision specialist, you know, different type.
Okay, so
know.
within the eye profession, you can be an eye specialist, and then you can go further and specialize in a smaller area of eyes, like retina. I know they are retina specialists, and they are very sought after people, and sometimes solutions go overseas for that kind of treatment, and you need to have the technology to go with it. So it is not, so you can be a general eye specialist or a subspecialized person.
Most of the time, after you have another subspecialist, most of the time we combine. We do as general ophthalmologist and plus
a subspecialty.
You know, the subspecialty. Because remember, the eye is a little small, no? But not for that. It's very important. And
that's
all
right.
the time I try to joke with people sometimes, with friends, and tell you, if you know how important is the eye, there is a simple test. Close one eye,
Close your eye.
and then see how is the work, and after that close the other one, and then you will realize how really is how
important
difficult
it is. Yeah.
and how important is to have the eyes.
To have the eye.
And then of course we always insist a lot to prevent, because it's best.
Prevention,
prevention is much better than cure, because sometimes cure is very hard.
Okay.
And it's very expensive too, as you say. In the present world, the technique that we use requires a lot of items and medicine, training, and that is
that's
cost.
what training and technology. What I am hoping that during the course of this discussion, we will spend some time looking at a problem with the eyes as we age. And I thought that this would be, although it's a bit looking at the old before you look at the young, but I wanted at least for us to discuss what things that can go wrong as you age, what things that can go wrong with your eyes as you age.
And more importantly, Dr. Suraj, what things we do which can negatively impact our eyesight.
Right. Yes.
Especially at the early age. Yes.
All right. That is very important what you suggest to me now. And let's go to start what he said.
Yeah. From
what we can what we can do when we have a good sight and when we are young, you know, and then when we getting old or we're aging, then we should not suffer a bad consequence for our bad behavior before, you know. And then, for example, when we are children, the typical example now is we really children, more of them focus all the time on the tablet, cell phone, computer, TV. When we grow, well, I say I may be a younger one, but I'm some age.
Okay.
We remember that we go out to run, to play, and that is very important in the development of the body and the eye.
The exercise and the movement.
The eye need that that comes from the environment. That, of course, an environment that is clean environment. You know? Less contamination. At our time was much easy and good and great.
Yeah, more natural.
More natural. Then that is one of the things that is that not we have to use it. We cannot stop that, because that is no natural. If we say no, you cannot watching TV or on the computer,
watch your tablet
that is
or
impossible. In our present world, we need that. What we can do, we can balance. Not spend too much hour on the device, because there is recent studies that say that is one of the reasons, because now we have so much short sight or myopia.
Oh, myopia, short-sightedness.
Because of the time we spend on these devices?
Time
really?
That is one of the theory, no? That we recently
so
that we can see more, you know?
That's very important. So you're telling me that...
also astigmatism, no? Astigmatism. Remember that high percent of the population have astigmatism. Sometimes even 80% of the population. What happens? Not necessary all the time. We need to treat the astigmatism.
Now I will have to...
That's another topic.
Yeah, but astigmatism, that is a condition whereby the globe of the eye has a little kink in it or something?
No. There is different type of refractive condition. No? Astigmatism is the more common one, is one of them. There is also myopia, hypermetropia, you know, and that can combine with astigmatism.
Okay,
you know?
okay.
And then that is really very, very... We can take the whole another section if you want, and we can talk.
Yeah,
you know,
but what I wanted to get on is, you said a while ago that children, if they are watching the tablet or the cell phone for too long, excessively, it can lead later on to things like astigmatism.
Like myopic astigmatism.
And myopia is short-sightedness.
Short-sighted,
When you have to hold the book close to your eye to see it. That's myopia.
Again, that is theory, no? They say that increase the number of the patient
that may have,
you know.
That
so,
is, yeah.
So if it is so damaging to the eyesight of young people, you have now older people, right? Dr. Suraj, myself, you. If we spend a lot of time on the computer, on the phone, does it have the same effect?
When we spend more time on the computer, on the cell phone, that by itself not going to affect us the vision, but what can produce is increase the level of the dry eye. When we on the device, when we read for a long time, when we on TV for a long time, we not realize, but we not blink as often as we should.
You blink hundreds of times.
You know, and because we
That's
focus.
interesting.
Yeah, we focus, and then they get drier. You know, when the eye get drier, you can see a little blurry. You can feel itching. That is very common, and sometimes more of the patient confused with allergy. It's not allergy, it's dryness.
Yeah.
You can see a little dull for a while. You take a break. You massage your eyes. You see back again, and then it's clearer. You know. Yes. Also, blue light now is also that is coming now too.
And you're saying playing outdoors.
Play outdoor is very important, because that helps not only the development of the eye, also the development of the body of the children. No? And that's why it's so important. remember, in children, play is necessary. It's very necessary, because that is the way that the children interact with the environment, learn, because when you play, you learn too. You develop the muscle, you develop, the brain, all of that is important.
It's, in fact,
it's very important to, that I always like to say about, we cannot see only the eyes, we have to see the patient entire, the whole patient, because you are the ENT doctor, but you only see the eyes and the, no, you have to see
the whole patient,
especially, for example, in the eye. Sometimes we can have disease in the eye that we see in the eye, but the cause is in another part of the body. A simple example, uveitis, that affect the eye, yes, and we have to treat, but sometimes the cause of the uveitis could be or HIV infection or arthritis or lupus, different different cause of that, and then we have to rule out, especially those patients that you see that come often.
So uveitis is an inflammation of the eye.
Yes, inflammation of part of the eye. Yes, part of the eye, because remember, the eye is developed in different segments, and the uvea is part of the eye that get inflamed.
But you were saying something very interesting, and that the blinking is extremely important for the health of the eye. It's just like a wiper on your car. Every time you have to moisten it, because if you don't, the experience I have is when a patient have a Bell's palsy, where the face is paralyzed temporarily, and that eye cannot blink. If you are not cognizant and protect that eye while it's not blinking, by the time the nerve begin to work again, you would have damaged the eye.
You're kidding me.
Yeah. So you have to put a cream on the eye, protect it, because it cannot blink. So it stays open. The other one blink, and you think because one blink, the one blinking too, it will begin to burn and cause other things, but you can get a corneal ulceration and the eye can get damaged because it is exposed and not blinking.
Where we can see that, and very often when patients that have surgery with general anesthetic.
Yeah.
One of the things that we have to do is to patch the eye, because if the eye remain open, sometimes surgery is about 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, even more.
Yeah.
And then all this time, the eye exposed there. When you finish the surgery, then you have to treat the eye, if there is a chance, because I get very, very dry, and then, as Dr. Suraj said, make corneal ulcer. And when the corneal ulcer really get bad, it's difficult to treat. And more of the time, depending how is the ulcer, if it's very deep, can affect permanently the eye, the vision, and then the eye and the vision. And then maybe sometime you need to get the corneal graft, and then it's not the same when we get something that is not us, no? It's not the same.
I'm really glad, Dr. Suraj, you made that point about the blinking. Something we take for granted. I never realized, I never knew how important the blinking of the eyes are to the health of the eye. That is amazing.
Yeah, but he'll explain to you, but there are some glands in there that secretes the mucus and the water to blink it. That's why they have artificial tears for those who don't produce enough, don't it?
When the system to lubricate the eye.
Right.
Maybe we can explain very quickly here, but it's extremely complicated. Because in the lubrication, there is different parts involved in that. It's not only the eyelid, it's also the glands around the eyelid, It's the lacrimal gland that is the main part of the tear. When we see the tears, the tears very thin, but there is different layer in the tear. It's the water by itself, that lacrimal gland produces that. But also there is a little thin layer of oil that is in charge the meibomian gland, the different gland around that make the tear stay more longer in time, because if it's only water,
if it's water, it evaporates quickly.
Yeah, evaporates quickly, and then the oil prevent that. And to stick on the eye, there is a layer, that then make the tears stick on there.
Okay.
Not necessary. The quantity of tears make the dry eye. Sometimes it's not the quantity, it's the quality of the tear. Why? Because the tear evaporate faster, because it's not good enough. And then there is different drops that we can use it to treat the dry eye. As I told you, different type of dry eye and different treatment for dry eye, and that is one of the topics that we want to talk today about aging. Because what happens? Dry eye is the more common condition that we can get in
aging.
No, in our specialty. Dry eye is the disease, the more common disease.
Okay.
Most of us has some type or grade or degree of dry eye. Some severe, some mild, and the other one in between.
Right.
Women suffer more than men dry eye.
Dry eye?
Yeah. Why? Because the hormonal change during the pregnancy, hormonal change during the menopause. Also, women that take pills, contraceptive pill, that is another that can make the eye get drier. We was talking about what we can do to prevent all different kinds of condition after when we getting old. Let's go to mention some of them, what can happen when we getting old, and then let's go to talk what we can do to prevent. We're talking about dry eye. It's very important, no? Dry eye is what we say is the more common condition. Presbyopia. Around 40 years old, everybody will need glasses. Or more of us will need glasses. 40 something. No?
So you're saying it's just inevitable that you when you're in your 40 plus, that
40 plus, more of us, as I say, we will use glasses. There is certain condition, for example, let's go to talk myopia. In myopia, you see better close than far, right? Then, in that condition, of course, you will need glasses, or not necessary glasses. You can use also contact lenses. And then with contact lenses, you fix the condition. Those patients that have a short sight, not going to suffer. We have the presbyopia, but not going to suffer too much. Why? Because they see better close than far.
Yeah.
Remember that presbyopia, we can see better far than close. When we're going to read the small printer, after 40 years, you realize that it's a little hard, and then you start to push back.
Yeah, that's me.
When you have no more hands,
that's me.
when you have no more hands, then you went to the doctor to say, "Doc, I can see well." And then I say, "Well, welcome to the club, because it's the time to."
So, what causes that? Is it that the accommodation by the lens is
the accommodation of the lens? What happened? The lens, we have around the lens some muscle that push the lens, and the eye get like a blow off to see close, and to see far, get a little more plain, no? Then the elasticity at the 40 years, the elasticity of the lens is less, slowly getting less. And then when reach the cataract, that process, remember when the cataract reach, the lens is harder more of the time. It's a little hard, and change the color of the lens too. These two factors, the muscle around and the flexibility of the lens, make that presbyopia appear. Some conditions can make that the presbyopia appear a little earlier, Patient with a refractive problem like hypermetropia, patient with diabetes, sometimes, also can make some. The diabetes for the eye is a really a big trouble for the eye. After when the patient have over 5 years, no well control the medication, the diabetes with medication or not necessary medication. Sometimes no can be controlled with other actions.
Yeah.
But
diet, quality of food, kind of food, timing of food.
And also, let's talk about that. Then, when the diabetes is not well controlled, can affect very, very, very badly the condition of the eye. And not only the eye, and that's why all the time I tell my patient, look, it's not your sight where you want to lose it. Kidney problem will be more often. When we have problem in the eye, that a small vessel in the eye is affected, also the vessel in the kidney can be affected too. You can be problem in the heart, you can have problem in the brain, you can have problem in the peripheral nerve,
That's right.
It's a lot of conditions. That's why, and we have a very high percentage of patients with diabetes here in St. Lucia.
And that is what keep on worrying me. The more we talk about diabetes, the more we talk about control, you cannot see any significant change in the effect of the disease. You still see a lot of people who are out of control, people who have cataracts, people who have kidney problem, people who have small vessels. Because as Doc was saying, the small vessels are particularly vulnerable for people with diabetes and hypertension, because it actually begins to, if the pressure is high, it actually makes the fluid seep outside of the veins and the arteries and begin to cause other problems. And in ophthalmology, it's quite obvious. When you look at the eye, you can see lots of things.
Excuse me, sorry, we have to take a break.
All right.
Okay. So this is Doctor in the House Live with Dr. Leonard Suraj. The program brought to you the compliments of La Place Salazon, Ultramart, Susie's Variety, and Tapia Hospital.
Tapia Hospital Radiology Department offers 24-hour service. We provide you with X-ray, CT scans, and ultrasound imaging using the most modern equipment that produces the best images for your medical attention. Call the radiology unit at 459-2201. Tapia Hospital, where the patient safety comes first.
Looking for a one-stop shop for all your grocery and household needs? Look no further than Ultramart. We stock a variety of options from the world's leading brands, all at affordable prices. Whether you're looking for fresh produce, pantry staples, or household essentials, we've got you covered. And that's not all. Don't miss out on our ultra specials and promotions for a chance to win hundreds of dollars in vouchers, hampers, and special prizes. Visit any one of our 4 convenient locations today or check us out on our Facebook and Instagram page. Ultramart, your one-stop shop for all your grocery and household needs. Shop smart. Shop Ultramart.
You are the guru of groceries. You have a heightened awareness for lower prices. You journey to find freshness and variety and quality brands, and you have an acquired taste for specialty items. You want to set a good example for your followers. And that's why your higher calling is Susie's Variety Store. 2 stores that beat the giants on pricing, variety, and quality. Susie's Variety, small store, big love. Located in Cantonment, Vieux Fort, and Bois d'Orange, Grosillier. Telephone 458-4161.
It's delicious.
La Place Salazar is the true home of quality meat and deli products, selected and priced to suit every palate and pocket. We sell all cuts of meat, poultry and fish, from tasty lamb necks and succulent pork chops to lean dolphin and juicy top round steaks. Our deli items include turkey, ham, bacon, pork sausages, meat patties, chicken nuggets, deli ham and eggs, so that breakfast or that party is a breeze. And for your added convenience, we sell restaurant essentials and grocery items. So where's your next meal coming from? La Place Salazar, of course. La Place Salazar, Castries, Groselay, Vieux Fort, and Soufrière.
It's delicious.
Welcome back to this. This is Doctor in the House live on Rev-Up St. Lucia 95.9 FM. Here with Dr. Leonard Suraj. Dr. Suraj, welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you, listeners, for staying on with us. I have with me, just for a recap, we are talking about eye diseases with an eye specialist, Dr. Fond. He works in St. Lucia. He's been here for many, many years. And we were discussing more specifically eye diseases that occur in the older population, the aging population. And earlier on, we were
You have a caller, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah. Let me just give the numbers. The fixed line is 572-9710, 572-9710, or you can WhatsApp 287-0971. WhatsApp is 287-0971. So we have a caller.
Good evening, caller. Good evening.
Good evening, Andre. Good evening,
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
And good evening, Dr.
Fond.
Hi, good evening.
F-O-N-T. Fond.
Okay. Dr. Suraj, Dr. Fond.
Yes, sir.
There are people, because of their profession, they have to sit in front of a computer for about 4 hours straight from Monday to Friday. What you have to tell these people?
All right. Well,
And I have a next one,
All right. Let's deal with that one first. Oh, you want to hold on? Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
what?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, all the time I advise our patient to try to know abuse of the computer. Of course, sometimes we work with computer all the time, and at least it's 8-hour work. What I tell them first, to try to moisturize the eye, to use the drops that we just was talking before. Drops that are going to help, like natural tears, hypromelos, that you can get over the counter in the drugstore or in the clinic. The other thing, we have a special rule that we call 20-20-20 rule. What that meaning is, every 20 minutes on the computer, take a little break, 20 seconds, see far, 20 feet, massage the eye a little bit, and back to work.
Okay.
Recently, we start to use also blue blocker lens that can help too. The other thing that is very important, to fight with the dry eye that can be induced because the computer. There is a specific topic that I like to touch, is about the diet.
Okay.
The diet in dry eye. It's important first to drink water. You have to drink water often, because it's not only for that, also for the body. It's important to drink water, especially in our weather. Remember that our weather is very hot, and now we have another challenge. It's the dust, the Sahara dust.
Sahara dust. Yeah.
Then try to not eat too much fried thing. That is the bad fat. Let's go the way put it that way.
Okay.
It's important to consume omega-3 that we can get in, for example, in fish like tuna. Also, it's important to eat vitamin A, C, E.
Okay.
It's very important also. A healthy lifestyle. No smoke. Smoke can contribute to the dry eye, not only for the irritation from the smoke, Also a lot of chemical that is involved
Okay.
in marijuana and also in tobacco. You know?
So the chemicals can affect the dry eye.
Yes.
Okay. But is there a screen you can put
Don't
in
forget the
front?
call is there.
Huh?
Don't forget the call is there.
Yeah, I was just answering the last part of his question. Is there a screen you can put in on the computer?
You know, before.
Does that work? I don't seem to see that anymore.
No, before, yes, because the way that was made the computer, the radiation was more. That one you can adjust, you know. You can not put not too bright. You can do that, you know. And even sometimes the more modern one, auto-regulate.
Okay.
Myself, you know.
All right. Okay. Well,
That's
thanks for that clarification. Yes, sir. Your second question
Is about me.
about you.
I am, I
Let's
am
go.
61 years old,
Mhm.
and I'm suffering from or with retinitis pigmentosa (RP).
Mhm.
Now you know this disease has no cure. I get in, and I was taking vitamins A, but I stopped it. I stopped taking the vitamins A. Yeah. And then because you know with my sickness I have what you call night blindness.
Yes.
Retinitis pigmentosa. Yeah. And then at what age? I mean there are other people listening. At what age can a doctor detect one has retinitis pigmentosa? I'll give somebody else a chance. Let me hear at what age, because at my early age, in my late 20s, I think I had that disease, and the doctor did not tell me I had RP or retinitis pigmentosa. And that's why I believe I'm paying for all the damages in my eye right now. I'll listen. But I just want to know at what age can a doctor detect one has retinitis pigmentosa? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the question and
Can you
to the answer? Yeah.
first explain exactly what condition is that?
Retinitis pigmentosa.
Well, you know, that is a disease, first of all, that's wrong in the genes. You know?
In the genes?
Yes, in the genes. Can be detected early when you are teenager. Most of the time is when it's detected. There is some change in the retina that makes some bone spicula, you know, that is pigment, and that's why is the name, in the peripheral of the retina. But the problem is that this disease progresses slowly, and we have no way to stop it. You know, and then in the
sorry, when you say it's in the genes, what do you mean?
That
it is genetically
it's
transmitted.
So what, from your parents?
Yeah, from the parent, or well, one of the time the parent or somebody in the family have the condition. You know, you follow me?
But just on a point of clarification for the listeners who may not know the anatomy, when you look at the eyeball, you look at it, the back of the eye is where the retina is, the inside lining is a retina. And inflammation can occur from different sources called a retinitis. And the rest of the story is what Dr. Fond will tell you about. But I was just trying to tell you where the retina is. It's the eye is like an eyeball. When you look at somebody's eye, you see a little hole. That little hole is the pupil. Can get smaller and bigger depending on things. But right in the back, where the light shines, that is the retina.
Okay. What happened there? To diagnose the disease, you have to examine the eye. It's not something that you, for example, I see you, and I say, well, you should have that.
Okay.
So that you have to do the proper eye exam. I have to dilate the pupil, because as I told you, that change starts in the peripheral of the retina, and then I need to enlarge the pupil, put wide the pupil to see wide.
So it starts at the periphery, not in the center.
No. In the center.
So
and then slowly getting more, and then in the end stage you can see more.
It's just like putting a hole in a calabash, and you're trying to see inside that calabash. If there is anything on the acute edge around it, close to the hole, you're not going to see it so easy. But when you look at the back of that calabash, you are seeing whatever that's in there, the skin or whatever. But what he's saying is that because it is so close to the hole, and that's what they call the periphery, it is very difficult to see.
So, in other words, a doctor would have to be literally searching for that problem.
Yes. But that's why.
Because you heard the caller what he was saying. He's saying that had a doctor examined him and so on, maybe he wouldn't have that issue today. So what is your take on that, Dr. Font?
Yes. What happened in that when the disease is early stage, sometimes it's not too easy to find out.
Okay. Difficult to
and that's
diagnose.
why all the time we tell say our patient, we ask them to check at least once a year. Even if you feel good, you see good, do the general checkup, with them.
Everybody.
Sometimes I have patients that have 20-something years and never checked the eye before. Never.
That's true.
And then there is condition, for example, let's go to put in this way. Patient that cannot see properly because have, let's go to put only in one eye. Hear me well, because only in one eye, high myopia. And then he see good in one eye. But that is the way that he all his life see. He not realize that he cannot see properly
in the other eye. Okay.
What happened then? The vision not develop. And then this eye is there, have no problem, only some refractive problem, but this eye is not functional or not see as good I should see, even with the glasses after patient have 15 years, 14 years. And that's why that happen. There is a disease that we call amblyopia. The eye is good, everything's fine, except that have some refractive condition, and then not develop vision. To develop vision, we need the stimulus.
The stimulus,
we need the stimulus. What is the stimulus? The light that come out in front to into the eye. And then if you don't have this stimulus, the vision not develop. And then you see this eye there, it's fine, you don't see nothing at all, but the patient not see well. And then in a routine check, he going to see a doctor, and when we explore, say, but you don't realize that you never see properly in this eye. He say, no doc, I born like that, I don't know. And you never see a special, no. And then
So the person who has this condition, is it that they will lose their sight completely, or there's something that can be done to reverse or to help?
To help, always we have to help as a doctor. I remember when I was studying, I have a professor that he said, the really doctor cure sometimes, relieve often, but consolate always. You have to always, we have to
console them,
console the patient, help the patient. How? First, when you have patient with this condition, you have to tell him, okay, how many children you have, how many siblings you have. The family should have to know, that condition wrong in the family, and then as early you find, well, much better. What happened? Sometimes in retinosis pigmentosa, there is a stage that the pressure went up and killed the optic nerve. If you not treat that, the patient will faster to the blindness.
So when the pressure is high, it affects the nerve.
Yes.
The retina.
Yes.
So a patient with this condition must always have their blood pressure under control?
No, pressure in the eye.
Oh, pressure in the eye.
Pressure,
Oh, okay. That's something different.
Intraocular pressure.
Okay.
That is one of the aging process that after 40 years again, the pressure in the eye, especially in black people like us, or I mean in African.
We have another call, but I'm just curious to know, in the gentleman's case, is there anything that can be done? I mean, in terms of treatment and so on?
Treatment, always we can have treatment, bring down the pressure, vitamin E,
cholesterol and thing.
diet, proper diet. When I say proper diet, it's not too much fat, not too much sugar, you know. But once the damage is there is not too much.
Irreversible.
You know?
Dr. Suraj, you have another call.
Hello, good evening.
Thanks for holding.
Yes, good evening. Good,
Good
evening,
evening.
Andre. Good evening, doctors.
Good evening.
Yeah. Are you, what the condition you're referring to, is that what causes retinal detachment? I have another question, huh?
Yes.
Just waiting.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yes, yes,
I'm
yes,
hearing
yes,
you.
yes.
Yeah. You want to go ahead?
Retinal detachment. Yeah,
Do
go,
you want the answer
I have
now?
another question too.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, you can ask both.
Yeah, okay. And is macular degeneration something that is that you get from your parents, your ancestors, or something? Is it?
I think the second
And
question
how do you
first.
treat
I-
retinal detachment?
Okay.
All right.
Go ahead, sir. It's yours.
Okay. Well, there is different type of retinal detachment. The more common one is due to age or when the patient age that we was talking about, age,
Yeah,
retinal detachment is one of them. When the patient have a very high myopia, the retina is very in the periphery, is very thin
Okay.
and can detach very easy, you know.
Okay.
Other cause, tumors, knock, hitting the eye. It's very important to prevent knock and hitting the eye.
Oh,
Because
so
later on,
if you traumatize the eye.
that is a very, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. We should divide the retinal detachment in rheumatogeno and non-rheumatogeno. You know? And then also, patient with diabetes can develop tractional retinal detachment. You know?
They're more likely to have it.
Yes, they're more likely to have it. I suppose that in her case, the way that she asked the question should be because the age can be a cause of the retinal detachment. The other thing, when we do cataract surgery, that also can produce as a complication of the surgery. You can develop a retinal detachment. You know, solution for that.
Right.
Surgery.
Surgery.
Surgery. Yeah. It's the only way that you have the, you know, to control the retinal detachment. When it's because a knock or it's because the age, because any cataract surgery or any tears, sometimes patients who have myopia have tears around or other problem around the retina, and then surgery is the only way for that. Patient with diabetes that have tractional retinal detachment, you have to do a vitrectomy, take out the gel inside the eye, and then patient with tumor, you have to take out, try to control the tumor. No? You know?
So the surgery you're talking about is like laser?
No.
Just
that is a vitrectomy. You have to go inside the eye. It's like it all inside the eye. You know.
Okay.
After that, sometimes you can put some gas. Sometimes you put some oil.
Oh, okay.
To reattach the. You know?
To reattach it.
To try to reattach.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the second question was to do with, and I think we had mentioned it, the genetic aspect of macular degeneration.
There is two types again of macular degeneration. Okay, macular related to age. No? Age-related macular degeneration.
Yeah.
There is two types: wet and dry. When it's wet, you see a lot of exudate and things. You can do something in the retina. You can put injection. You can treat with laser. You know, because what you do, that liquid that you was mentioned before, that the liquid from the vessel go out. What you try to do is to control
the exudate.
that. Yeah, the exudate you can control with. Most of the time now we use the injection in the eye. Put some injection in the eye, and then you put it's not only one time. You have to put sometimes more
repeat it.
Yeah, you have to repeat it.
Mm-hmm.
And then that is one of the solution, for the wet.
Mm-hmm.
In the dry, age related macular degeneration, what we can do is again diet, the diet with vitamin C, different supplements.
Okay.
And then to try to stop the progress of the condition. But for the dry by itself, we don't have too much option.
Okay.
And the supplement not always work in the dry macular degeneration.
So the dry carries a less favorable prognosis.
Yes, but at the same time, not affect too much the vision.
Okay.
Well, can affect the vision, but compare the wet and the dry.
Okay.
Usually the wet affect more than the dry, but that no meaning that the dry can get bad too, no?
Okay. So, and the genetic aspect of
yes. It's again that runging, is it's more common in white people than in black people.
Okay.
Glaucoma is opposite. Glaucoma is more common in black people than in
and
white
glaucoma
people.
is a high pressure in the eye.
By the way, can you explain that this pressure in the eye? Because when you first mentioned it, I thought it was blood pressure.
Your blood pressure.
No.
So, what's the difference?
No, the blood pressure in the body.
Is the
pressure in the eye is only in the eye. There is different way to check the pressure. The one that I prefer to use because it's more accurate and it's usually the one that the ophthalmology uses is the applanation tonometer.
Yeah.
And then we can see the pressure. That's what to start that the normal pressure is 21. 21 millimeter. I'll say.
The eyeball has fluid inside of it, and this fluid is generated by the eye itself, and there's a channel where it dissipates or it diffuses. But sometimes there can be problem with the channel and the blockage, and therefore the fluid is not disappearing and build the pressure in the eyeball. So what they do is they have many ways, and Doc can tell you, whereby they measure the pressure. Of course, if you take the eye and you press it, it will feel hard. But they have more sophisticated way, sometimes blowing some air on it, and sometimes resting something on the cornea to check how easy it is for that eye to be dented too.
Yeah, as I told you, there is a contact and no contact.
Oh.
The one with air is one of them, and the other one is minimal contact, like for example tonopene and things like that. What is important there? We cannot measure the pressure most of the time, like we check in the pressure in the eye cannot be checked like we check the pressure in the body, and that's why also it's very important, especially patient over 40 years with family member with glaucoma. Patient over 40, family member with glaucoma, black skin, high myopia. All of that is a high risk to have glaucoma. Not necessary. High pressure meaning glaucoma. Pressure could be high, of course not too high, and then still no damage the optic nerve. When the optic nerve get damaged and then the visual field gets reduced, well, we say, well, patient have glaucoma. It's important to monitor pressure, patient with high intraocular pressure. High intraocular pressure, patient with normal pressure, I want to pay attention to that. Patient with normal pressure or even with low pressure can have damage in the optic nerve. And then we call glaucoma normal or low tension. And of course, it's more difficult to treat, because already have the pressure low. We cannot change the gene of the patient. We cannot change the age. We cannot change the race. We cannot change the refractive problem if the only thing that we can do is to bring down the pressure. Right?
That's right.
Apart of that, we cannot do anything else. No. How you treat? There is different way to treat. Laser, medication, or surgery by itself. You know?
So there are many modalities. What I'm hearing from
laser is a kind of surgery, no? But I mean, when I say surgery by itself, is surgery, you know, with knife and, you know.
What I'm getting from Doc is that from an eye perspective, when you pass the threshold of 40, many things begin to happen. And I had it there, glaucoma, more likely to have it, presbycusis, meaning that you cannot see as sharp for close objects as before. And I think you mentioned uveitis.
No, uveitis no. Uveitis, well, no, that is a part. But for example, floaters, that is very common.
What are the floaters?
Well, inside the eye, the vitreous is like a gel, like an egg.
Right,
you know?
gel.
You see the egg, that is a little elastic.
At
the time pass, that gel is like liquefied. More, you know?
Okay.
And then sometimes patient can see like a flashing light. And then that alarm the patient, because you know, when you see a flashing light, you say, well, and it's because that gel is moving until detach from the no retina detachment, it's vitreous detachment, detached mainly from the optic nerve. And then you can see like a spider web that you try to focus and move. You know?
Okay.
And then when that happens, that is nothing too much to worry about. But sometimes the gel is very thick, and in that movement can make the retinal detachment. And then it's more serious, you know?
It can make it detach.
You know?
Yeah. So, and it's amazing because I'm sure there are many people who have not seen an eye specialist at the age of 40.
Yes.
And I think that from what you're saying, that we must really get people to be more conscious of eye health care. Because people don't tend to look for attention if they don't have pain or if they don't have a visual problem. And so they're waiting until a problem arises. And sometimes the system is so accommodating that a lot of wrong can happen before something declares.
One of the time we say that the patient should see as soon as a year, age 1 year old, should be examined, you know. Usually before is the pediatrician who examine, you know, unless that you see something that alarm you. Well, for example, a congenital cataract. That the pediatrician can see that when see, for example, one eye that is like white.
You
know,
inside
pupil,
the hole, the pupil is white. That's how you can see a cataract.
You know?
White.
Or you see, for example, that one eye is getting too big, or is not straight. You know, this thing is, you know, that is very important. And after that, you should see every 2 years. You know, then as older we get it, we reduce the time every year.
Okay, I think we're coming to near the end. I am now looking at the clock. I've gotten to the habit of looking at this clock. So the few callers that called, I wish to thank them very much, and I hope that we were able to clarify some of the topics for you. And I am happy to have had Dr. Fon here with me. Dr. Fon, you create an eye-opener to many of the problems that we have seen, and I think that we must try and persuade the general public to visit the eye specialist, try and get a little more information about your eye, because there's a lot that can be done. A lot can go wrong before you feel discomfort or pain. So and I think that applies to all the medical system, because every system has a give. It can take so much before it rebels. You cannot look at the rebellion as your starting point to begin to do things. You must, just like your car, we learn from the time you buy your car, every 3,000 miles, you change the oil, you change the filter, you change everything. And
that, that I'd like to say, because sometimes, or most of the time, the patient say, well, I did my annuals. But the annual should involve also the eye,
Yeah, it
because
must be
more
more
of the time,
comprehensive.
you say, well, when last you check it? I say, well, my annual. I say, no, I mean the eye.
That's right.
Now I say the eye because before I assumed that the eye was involved in the annual. That the patient mentioned to me. But, well, after a while I realized that no,
And that's the whole idea of the
involved.
program, to sensitize people that the things that can go wrong and to take preemptive action. Because as we are seeing throughout, the earlier you pick up a problem, the better you can deal with it. And on this thing, I would say thank you very much, Dr. Fond.
You're most welcome.
And Mr. Andrew Paul.
But Dr. Suraj, before you leave, I just want to stress that I've learned a lot. sorry, from this program with you hosting the show, and I've said this a number of times already. We are most times ignorant about so many things where our health is concerned. As you said a while ago, there, the only time we check those things is if it gets to the breaking point, where you just figure, okay, the pain is just too much to bear, something is going on, right? So let me ask you, whose responsibility is it to educate the public? I mean, it certainly can. Yes, we have a role to play as a media house, right? And I think the media has been trying over the years.
That's right.
But first and foremost, whose responsibility is it to ensure that proper information is passed on to the public? I mean, as I said, the media is just playing a minute role, okay? Because if you were not on this program, and I mean, there are a few others, there's so many things we just wouldn't know.
Sure.
Even you, sometimes I hear you, depending on what's said, you probably didn't even know yourself.
That's right.
Right? So, I mean, there's a lot of quote-unquote ignorance out there to a lot of things. So, I mean, I know you may not want to answer that question, but who has the primary responsibility to pass on information to the public concerning healthcare? Because you hear the amount of money that's been spent on healthcare to the point where we were owing Lamina Hospital millions of dollars. Wasn't paid over a number of years because of St. Lucian's going over there for treatment and so on, right? All because, I mean, I'm not looking down on it. I'm saying most times because of ignorance. We don't know. Every time we have a pain, we assume it's a pressure or something. Or, sorry, not pressure, sorry. What's the thing we say again when we feel a little thing? Gas.
Gas,
Yeah, everything is a gas, right? Because we're just ignorant about those things.
Okay. I think that you cannot have medical knowledge.
You need to speak just in the microphone.
You cannot have medical knowledge in the absence of general knowledge. It must be an elevation of your standard, an understanding of systems for you to be aware. So you'll not find somebody extremely educated in medical matters and knows nothing about anything else. I think the general direction the country goes has to be politically directed, because the politicians are the one who has the purse string. They are the one who have the authority. They are the one who have the ability to make things happen. We are all well-wishers, and those of us who have a little more time and effort, we try to educate the public. And we generally, a doctor is supposed to be a teacher, and therefore we do that. But the general knowledge level of the population has to be reside as a political initiative. And I say that because I don't remember when I returned in St. Lucia about 91, that's about 30 years ago. And no heads of ministry has ever asked me, Doc, I want to elevate quality of ENT. How do you think we can do that?
Exactly.
There's no strategic plan. There is no vision as to where we want to take this over the next 10 years or 15 years. So what you are seeing is things just let happen. Just allow it to happen. Let the market forces, let the other forces play on it. But we are not taking an active role in directing the course of the outcome of our society. It just happened. So that's my answer to you.
Yes. Thank you very much,
Okay,
Dr.
thank
Suraj.
you. All
Thank
right,
you.
so next week same time.
Dr.
we'll see
Font,
you again.
thank you for your time, sir.
Right.
Most welcome.
Yes. Okay, this has been Doctor in the House on Rev-Up St. Lucia 95.9 FM, hosted by Dr. Leonard Suraj every Tuesday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. So join us again next week for another Doctor in the House, brought to you the compliments of La Place Salison, Ultramart, Susie's Variety, and Tapio Hospital.
At Tapio Hospital, we operate a 24-hour emergency service for all your urgent healthcare needs. Our qualified medical specialist will be on hand to ensure that you receive the best of care. Call us at 459-2617. Tapio Hospital, where the patient safety comes first.
You are the guru of groceries. You have a heightened awareness for lower prices. You journey to find freshness and variety and quality brands, and you have an acquired taste for specialty items. You want to set a good example for your followers. And that's why your higher calling is Susie's Variety Store. 2 stores that beat the giants on pricing, variety, and quality. Susie's Variety, small store, big love. Located in Cantonment, Vieux Fort, and Bois d'Orange, Gros-Îlet. Telephone 458-4161.
Looking for a one-stop shop for all your grocery and household needs? Look no further than Ultramart. We stock a variety of options from the world's leading brands, all at affordable prices. Whether you're looking for fresh produce, pantry staples, or household essentials, we've got you covered. And that's not all. Don't miss out on our ultra specials and promotions for a chance to win hundreds of dollars in vouchers, hampers, and special prizes. Visit any one